Hey everyone, my name is Ryan Ong and I'm currently a vet student at the University of Melbourne. So it is currently the summer break and I've been spending the past month of my holiday in Singapore. So as of right now, I'm actually a day away from my flight back to Melbourne. As such, I thought it would be a good idea for me to provide you guys with a step-by-step guide on how to travel overseas alone. I thought this would be a good thing to make, especially since most of us international students are traveling overseas during this period. And for many of us, this would be our first time traveling overseas alone. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So usually what happens is that about a week before your flight date, your airline company will actually drop you with an email containing all of the travel information that you need. So right now, we're actually leaving the COVID-19 era. So most countries are now lifting their COVID-19 restrictions. As such, it is very important for you guys to be aware and to be kept up to date on the latest travel restrictions of the country that you are traveling towards. So about a day before your flight date, the airline company will actually drop you an email again, and in some instances they may actually drop you a text as well. So usually they would do this because they would like to offer you the opportunity to do an online check-in. So I actually recommend you guys to do this because checking in online the day before your flight will actually make your check-in process much smoother and more efficient once you actually head down to the airport on the day of your flight. So I will demonstrate this later on in the video. So this is how the check-in page looks like. You can only fill in your details and check in online 24 hours before your flight. So as you can see here, I need to start off by keying in my booking reference and my last name. And then I just need to follow a set of instructions to do my online check-in. So I've actually just completed my online check-in process. So what happened is that they actually provided me with an online boarding pass after I finished double checking my particulars and making sure that my particulars was all correct. So you can actually do two things at this point once you have received your online boarding pass. So the first option will be to print it at home and to bring it with you to the airport on your flight date. The second option would be to head down to the airport on the day of your flight and to actually access one of the self-service kiosks that they have over there. And then you can actually use that kiosk to actually print your own boarding pass. So after you've completed your online check-in, the next thing that you need to do is to actually pack your luggage. So what I would usually do is to actually pack a majority of my things the day before my flight, and then thereafter on the day of my flight itself, I would actually pack the remainder of my items. So this is my empty luggage and we are going to fill it up in 3, 2, 1. Pretty packed, I would say. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
A few moments later.
Yeah, so we've just arrived at the airport. The first thing that I'll need to do is to actually check in my baggages. So I will look at that board over there to find out which row I belong to. And I'm gonna check in these two baggages. If you can see up there, I have to go to row 8. Let's go. So the check-in process is usually very quick, but it's still good to come to the airport earlier, just so you can have time to tackle any unexpected stuff. Just wanted to show you guys this. Very nice. And now I'm going to eat. So we are now at the departure hall. Usually I'll come here about an hour before my flight time, just to have some buffer period in case something happens. So this is where it's time for you to say bye to your parents. Yep. So I'm gonna say bye to my mom now. See you guys inside. Oh, I forgot to mention also, make sure you check the board such that you know which gate you're supposed to go to before you enter the departure hall. There are some, I guess, bots inside, but yeah, it'll be good to know before you go in, since you'll be going in alone and then you'll probably start panicking afterwards once you're inside. So I'm now walking towards my flight gate. Once you're there, you will have to do a few security checks. For example, they will scan your bag to see if you're bringing any illegal stuff in, I guess. So one very big thing that you guys need to take note here is that you can't bring more than 100 milliliters of liquid into the plane. So make sure you dump all of your liquid away before you enter the gate, I guess. So this is my flight gate. If you don't know what to do, just follow the person in front of you. That's what I always do. So once you're in, all you need to do is to just wait for them to call your row number, and then you can board the plane. Morning guys, so I just got off the plane. If your brain is not working like mine because you're exhausted, just follow the main traffic. So one thing that I forgot to mention is that you should fill in your incoming passenger card on the plane. Once you exit the plane, you should immediately approach a smart kiosk to print a smart ticket. So there are lines in Australian airports to guide you to the claim area and to the immigration clearance area as well. So you just need to follow them. So once you have collected your baggages, you should present your incoming passenger card and smart card to the immigration officer. This is the time that you should also declare any items. And we're out. I just wanted to quickly mention that once you leave the arrival hall, they actually have a few mobile phone stores around here where you can, I guess, quickly get your SIM card. So I am now purchasing some bus tickets to the Melbourne CBD area. So Melbourne has a service called the Sky Bus, which basically brings passengers to and fro the airport. So they will have multiple self-service kiosks outside of the arrival halls in the different terminals. Hi, yeah, I'm just want to get a ticket. I just want to get a bus ticket to the Melbourne CBD. So thank you. Yeah, so just outside of the terminal, you will see Sky Bus Terminal. So once you've gotten your bus tickets, this is where you're supposed to go to. And then you can take a bus to the city. So I'm now going to take a bus to the Southern Cross bus station. Then I'll see you there. Guys, I'm just sitting right outside of the Southern Cross station. So I'm gonna end the video here. I hope this video has at least helped alleviated some of your travel fears, and I'll see you guys in future videos. Bye.